All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I forgot to put this on Rumble. I was fighting with my computer, so apparently my computer's just overheating. That's why it was doing what it was doing. The lagging was bad. So it's probably we're gonna be on maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then that's it. Most likely 10, but whatever. Anyway, guys, thank you for the 5x5. Loretta, Arco, Sarita, Donald, Base Pony, thank you for the 5x5. Trapper Bob, Vegan, Maryland, Dan Phillips, Kimberly, EMP, My Skydive, thank you for the 5x5. Arco, Prepper, Snap, Flown Grown, Tangible, Standalone, thank you for the 5x5. Raccoon, Mary, Dobie, Tristan, Sojourner, Edley, Boxer Mom, thank you for the 5x5. Jacqueline, Trump, One, What's Going On? Jeep Dog, Kathy, thank you. Groundhog, thank you for the 5x5. Jerry, Brian, Our Life, Stacy, thank you for the 5x5. Kai, Love Pug, Krista, Toto, thank you for the 5x5. Comet Moon, appreciate it. All right. So, yeah, I think my Mad Max and Fred, I think my laptop's just had enough. Again, I'm getting a new one in a couple weeks, so I might still use this one for the live streams only. So I'm gonna, dump everything off of this, and it just to be my live stream computer. So my other laptop, only for travel. Maybe I'll use that for live streaming. But yeah, this is what it's going to be. Blaze, BH Charles, Mister Trail Name, thank you for the 5x5. Woody, Renee, thank you for the 5x5. All right, all right, all right. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about something interesting. Sorry. But anyway, um, bottom line, guys, I think a lot of people are noticing it now. I think a lot of people are starting to see it. There are way more people who let me be careful on how I say this. Um, let me be careful how I say this. I don't get nixed or whatever. A lot more people are passing away, and there seems to be a pattern starting to develop. And I was talking in the firehouse with somebody a couple days ago, and we were talking about this. And not only are people Cherokee Survivor, what's going on, by the way? Thank you for the 5x5, and thank you for joining us. Um, there's a lot of weird shit going on. Tangible, sorry for your loss. And a lot of people. But the crazy thing, that's a separate discussion for a different day. But this, guys, there's so many people that are just suddenly passing away. So now there's something called sudden adult death syndrome. That is fairly new. That is caused by, you guessed it, right? The stuff that people took that they didn't need. And this is a new term amongst a bunch of fringe scientists. I have to say that because these are the scientists that are finding all of what's wrong with the arm ticket that was given to people that they didn't need, right? The stuff that was given to them that they didn't need. And they come up with a new term because they are watching people, which their hearts are being damaged by way of lethal micro scarring. Never knew that was a thing. Nonetheless, it is. It's also passing the blood brain barrier and causing brain bleeds. That's another one. Um, and we're starting to see more and more people just out of nowhere. Dan Phillips, exactly. Instead of SIDS, it's adults, right? Um, and there are a lot of people that are just passing away. Sorry. So I've noticed a lot of more people now have brain bleeds, and those brain bleeds are pretty fucking severe and serious. Um, Jason, good one. Jason said sudden arm ticket syndrome. Yeah, and we're starting to see a lot more of that. So I mean, just recently, a buddy of mine, his father passed away by way of a brain bleed, and again, out of nowhere, right? Those things are out of nowhere, and we're starting to see way more of that. Now, I told you guys before, the last 2 years maybe, we were going to start seeing an uptick in people passing away. Now, to the untrained eye, people are looking at it as just that, people timely deaths of, whatever it is, because they're older, right? They're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. And even 60s is fairly young. 70s, not so much. 80s, you're like you're supposed to be dead by then, right? But that is seemingly the issue, is that I'm paying attention and I'm starting to notice more people passing away. And most of the people, if not all the people that I'm noticing, took the stuff. And if you follow the science or lack thereof, so people go, I had an argument with somebody last night, right? It wasn't an argument, it was a discussion. Sorry, it was a discussion. And we were talking about, he was like, oh, so you mean to tell me you'll follow the science in this? And instead of that, I was like, no, there was never any science on the arm ticket for Mr. 19. Never was. They told us there was. They came up with all of these fucking fictitious numbers on the efficacy and how good it was, and how it was 90. Then it was, what was it, 95 and 97. Then it dropped to 90. Then it dropped right down to 73 or 70%. Then it went down to 60 to 50%. Then it was a 30% efficacy. And then they said, oh, you're going to have to take a couple of extra stuff every year. So, again, now we're starting to see the drawbacks of that, because now people are passing away. And again, over the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see people fucking boom, disappear at an alarming rate. So this new sudden adult death syndrome is definitely an issue. Now, they did 6 peer-reviewed studies, unequivocally demonstrated that the arm ticket induced myocarditis and is not mild and transient, but fatal. So these are 6 peer-reviewed studies that have already been done. And I got in an argument with somebody over this. And again, when we were talking about the science, he was like, you want to believe the science on this, but not that? I said, there was no science for the arm ticket. Zero. They just rushed it out there. They said, hey, take this and let's see what happens next. That's basically what they told the American people. Put this shit in your body and then we'll go from there. I mean, it's just bad, man. It's just bad. And it's only going to get worse. And so now, if you have a loved one that took this shit, you better hug their asses every day and fucking kiss them on the forehead every morning, because they could be next, unless they took a placebo, which I'm under the impression they gave a lot of people, because they wanted to gauge, because they did a worldwide study, they wanted to gauge who was going to pass out from what. Now, RFK did say, I'm not sure when, I think it was a few months ago, that the Mr. 19 was to target black folks and certain white people. And he tried to sit there and say it was poor white folks. I'm not sure. Nonetheless, if that is true, we're never going to know the truth behind that, ever. That's definitely going to be something I would definitely stick around for. Yeah, this is definitely no peer review study, just seen. Well, Sojourner. So the peer review studies were on the arm ticket causing arm ticket induced myocarditis. Those are the 6 review studies. The one that Fauci talked about never existed. In fact, I think some nerd just typed them up overnight. was sitting in his computer. They gave him some notes, and he just typed it up. And they go, "Oh, it's a peer review study." You know? Yes, Patty, my video's out of sync again because my computer is heating up. So I have to just turn it off after this is done. I will fuck around with this tomorrow, but I have to cool it off. I was gonna edit, but I'll edit tomorrow morning. I got my videos done. I'll wait till this cools down, and then I'll load everything up and then work on my videos tomorrow. But again, this computer has to last me a couple more months. If this gets retardedly bad, then I'm just going to throw it away, and I'll get a smaller computer for my live streams, just specifically for that, so that I'm not fucking this thing up. But yeah, now I'm out of sync again. I'm not looking at the video. Right? So again, guys, this stuff, and the doctor who worked on this, let's see if I can pull him up. Because I keep saying he sounds like a Muppet, this doctor. Right? I said he sounds like a Muppet. Let's see. See if I can find him. He has like 1,000 videos on here. Also, beware of the ticks that are chasing people. I saw a video on that, and this guy was trying to kick this little thing away from him. Trying to kick this thing away from him. It was a fucking tick. Let's see. I can't find him now. But when this video goes off, I'm going to see 18 videos from this fucking guy. But yeah, this doctor sounds like a Muppet. Oh, here he is. Still can't get his name. Nicholas Holster. He's from the McCullough Foundation. Nicholas Holster, right. That's the doctor. He's the doctor that has been doing all of these studies nonstop, around the clock, also with other countries as well, looking into the damages this stuff caused. So that's something to consider, something to put in the back of your head when I talk about this. And this guy, like I said, he's been crushing the fucking studies. Dr. McCullough has also been helping out as well. He's also looking at other things and other arm tickets they're trying to introduce to us. So Soul said, I took the jab, regretted it. Listen, Souls, I don't know one person that says, I'm glad I took it. I know thousands of people that say, I regret taking it. There's probably some psych patients out there that probably like, yeah, I'm glad I took it. I'm pretty sure. But for the most part, the majority of sane people were out on this shit. They're like, no, I wish I never taken this shit. No way, you know? So apparently there's a couple of videos of boxes of ticks. I saw one video, the guy was pointing at a box. I don't know. There was a couple of ticks on the box. I'm not sure if that was the box. He could have staged it. Who knows? But apparently a lot of farmers were saying they saw it. But the only problem, my issue with that is that if you saw those boxes of ticks, why didn't you fucking record it, you know? We're in a day and age where you got to show them proof, right? You got to show proof something, you know? And the box of ticks would have been it. But one farmer showed a box of ticks. But he also been filming the absurd amount of ticks on his property, his land, which he's never seen before. You know, so again, it's definitely a problem. That's without a doubt. But yes, guys, pay attention to people passing away of sudden heart attacks, people passing away with sudden brain aneurysms and or brain bleeds. Pay attention to that. You're going to see more of it. You're definitely going to see a lot more neurological problems, and you're going to see a lot more women, especially those women who took the arm ticket when they were in college, not being able to get pregnant. That's going to be an uptick as well. I can promise you all of that. The J&J arm ticket was probably the safest one to take. Yasu, that was the safest one to take. That's the only one that has no reports of any kind of problems. But the rest of them all had problems. So yeah, I got neighbors that say, yeah, I took it, nothing happened to me. Oh, listen. There were people that said the same shit, and then they started watching their friends pass away, and they were like, there has to be that. What if it's, I mean, listen, it could very well also be the food, the air, it could be a combination of things, but we are seeing an alarming rate of people pass away. alarming rate. But anyway, it is 15 minutes. I'm going to go off the air because I'm going to go take a shower and lay the fuck down. Outside of that, guys, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it as always. And I will see you guys possibly tomorrow morning, if not Thursday for the doubleheader. All right, guys, thank you. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.